So let us take the first example on QM method. Obtain the Boolean simplified Boolean expression using, for this function, obtain Boolean expression using QM method. Okay, so let us prepare the first table. Before that, you just write down below the given question itself. We will write down the binary equivalent of those minterms. Okay, so one binary equivalent of one is 001. Why I am using 3 bits here? Because the given function has 3 input variables. Similarly, next 010, 011, 101, 110, 111, right? So this minterm and this minterm has a single one. These 3 minterms have 2 ones, and the last minterm has 3 ones, right? So you arrange these minterms in ascending order of ones in their binary equivalents, right? So let us prepare the first table. The first column is minterm. Next, you write down the input variables A, B, C. The first minterm is 1. Its binary equivalent of 001. Next, 2, minterm is 2. So its binary equivalent is 010. So these two minterms have single ones in their binary equivalent. So put them in first group. So this is first group. Next, we'll take 3 minterms. Next minterm is 3, right? So it is not necessary. These minterms are arranged in a ascending order, right? So what I want to do here, I have to arrange the minterms according to their binary equivalents, right? So that binary equivalent should have ascending number of ones. Next, 3, 0, 1, 1. Next, 5, 5, 1, 0, 1, and 6, 1, 1, 0, right? So these three minterms have 2 ones, so I'll put it in a second group, right? Then I have 7, 1, 1, 1. So this is my third group, right? So this is my first step, the initial table, how to prepare by arranging the minterms in their binary equivalents, ascending number of ones in their binary equivalents, right? Next, this is my initial table. Next, we have to prepare another table, right? So you can write below of this table itself, right? So no need to write every time, no need to write minterm A, B, C, right? So because I don't have any space here, I am writing this beside that table, right? So when you are solving the problem, you write down the next table just below the first initial table itself, right? So next, we need to compare the minterms in adjacent group, right? So so as we discussed in the steps, we can compare the adjacent first and second groups can be compared, and second and third groups are compared, but I cannot compare 1 and 3. First group and third groups cannot be compared because they are not adjacent to each other, right? So let us start comparing, right? So you take the first minterm and compare it with 3, 5, and 6, right? So 001, 011, right? They are getting deferred by they are deferred by only 1 bit, right? So A is 0 here, A is 0 here, B is 0, but B is 1 here. So this bit is getting deferred, and C is 1, right? So what I can write, 1, 3. 1, 3 can be compared, and A is 0, B is 0, B is dash, and C is 1. Similarly, now we will compare this one with all these 3 minterms, 3, 5, and 6, right? So 3, 5. Can I compare? First, before you put tick mark, first try to check whether they are getting deferred by only 1 bit or no. If they are, then only you put a tick mark or a check mark, then you write down the minterms here, right? Next, 1, 5, right? So they are getting deferred by 1 bit because A is getting deferred, so dash, 0, and 1, right? Similarly, you just check before you put the tick mark, you just compare 1 and 6, C is 1, C is 0 here, B is 0, B is 1, and A is 0, A is 1 here. So all three bits are getting deferred by 1 bit, right? That means all three bits are different, right? So none of the bits are same, so we cannot put a check mark beside this 6, right? Next, we will take the next minterm in first group and we will compare it with all three minterms in second group, right? So 2 and 3, 2 and 3, yes, they are getting deferred in this bit, so 0 and 1, 2, 3, right? So since say I cannot make these two minterms cannot put these two minterms in one group, because in my initial table I have two minterms in my first group, right? So all two minterms should be compared with all three minterms in second group, right? So once that comparison is over, then you can put those minterms in one group, okay? So here I cannot put 1, 3, 1, 5 in one group, because I have compared only one term with one minterm with 3, 5 and 6, because the first group has two minterms, right? So those two minterms should be compared with 3, 5, 6. Once that comparison is over, then only you can put them in one group, right? So let us take the second minterm, that is 2, that has to be compared with 3, 5, 6. 3, 2, 3. 2 is 0, A is 0, B is 1, and they are getting deferred by at C, so put dash. Next, 2, 3 are compared. Next, 2, 5. Even they have a tick mark, you need to compare each minterm with the remaining minterms in next group, okay? 2 and 5. 2 and 5, so since 0, 1. Okay, they are getting deferred, but here also you see this is 1 and this is 0, so more than 1 bits are getting deferred, so don't put tick mark on this. 0, 1, so don't write, all three are different, so I cannot compare, I cannot put a check mark beside 2 and 5, so I cannot write the 2 and 5 here. Next, 2 and 6, yes, they are getting deferred by 1 bit. Which bit? That is A. A is getting deferred, so put a dash here, then 1, 0, 1, 0, so put a check mark, right? So here 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, all minterms 1, 2 are compared with the 3, 5, 6, then we formed one group, right? So now you can draw a horizontal line. So now in second table, this is my first group, right? Next, second minterm, second group and third group are to be compared, right? Second has 3 minterms, third has only 1 minterm. Let us compare those 3 minterms with the minterm 7, okay? 3 is compared with 7. Can I compare 3 and 7? Yes, because A is getting deferred by 1, so 3, 7 can be compared dash 1, 1, correct. Next, 5 and 7 can be compared. Already put you had already put the tick mark, no need to put again the tick mark, okay? So just check whether they can be compared or no, right? So 5 and 7 can be compared. B is getting deferred, so B 1 dash 1. Next, 6 and 7, yes, I can compare 6 and 7 also, right? So C is getting deferred, so 1, 1 dash. So wherever that 1 bit is getting deferred, right, you put a dash, okay? Now, so in my new table, this is my initial table, this is my initial table, okay? So this is my new table, right? So just check whether all minterms got the check marks or not, right? So here in my initial table, all minterms got the check mark, then these minterms will not appear in my final what you can say expression, right? In my final Boolean expression I do not have, right? So these minterms, right? Let us say if this is not check marked, if this is not check marked, then this will remain as it is. That means final expression also has the term which is equal to A bar, B bar and C, because this minterm has not got the check mark. Let us suppose, right? So as we discussed in next classes, more and more examples as we discuss, then you will come to know. Okay, so let us remove this. Okay, so all these minterms got in my initial label, all my minterms got the check mark, then those will not appear in my final expression. Now you take the new table. Now you take the new table and identify the dash positions, right? So if the dash positions are at the same place, if the dash positions are at the same place and the remaining bits are getting deferred by only one, then you can put the tick mark and you can write down the minterms, right? So this is minterm, this is my next second table, this is first new table I can say, and in this is my second new table. So in my second new table, what I am observing in my first new table, in my first new table, what I am observing? I am observing the positions of the dash. If the dash is at the same position and the remaining two bits are getting deferred by one bit, then I can write those minterms in my second new table. So just see here. Here dash is in, this is first group. These four minterms are there in first group and these three minterms are there in second group. Okay, so you take the first minterm 1 3, dash is in middle, right? So compare and check whether a dash is in middle or no in the second group of first new table. Okay, so it is there, right? So I found out there is a dash in the middle and here also I have a dash in the middle, and remaining two bits you check whether they are getting deferred by one bit. Yes, so C is 1 here, C is 1 here, and A is 0, A is 1. So A has a 1 bit difference. So what I will write, minterm, I can compare these two minterms 1 3 5 and 7. 1 3 5 7. A is dash because A is 0 here and A is 1. So A will receive a dash, then B is already dash, so put dash, and C is 1. So C is 1, right? So put a check mark beside those minterms. Similarly, do you have any of the minterms which has a dash in between? No, it has this first group has only one middle dash, one minterm has a middle dash, and second group also has one middle dash, right? So if you have one more middle dash in the second group, then that has to be compared with the first minterm, right? Next, in this minterm you see the dash is present at first position, right? So here you check, yes, there is a dash at the first position, right? So next, are they deferred by one bit? Yes, dash is at the same position 1 3 5 7, right? Even if you write 1 3 5 7, it is already written, so no need to write once again, right? So 1 3 5 7, just check, dash is at the same position, B is getting deferred by one bit, and you have already written 1 3 5 7, no need to write again, right? Just put a tick mark. Then third position, here this minterm has dash at the third position. Do you have dash at the third position? Yes. And are they getting deferred? Remaining bits? Yes, they are getting deferred by one bit, and this time the minterms are different, 2 3 and 6 7, 2 3 6 7. So what is the input binary or binary combination? 2 3 6 7, it is dash 1 dash, correct? Next, dash is at first position and here you have a dash at first position. So 2 3 6 7, are they getting deferred? Yes, C is getting deferred by 1. 2 3 6 7 already you wrote, no need to write again, right? So now I have found a final table, which is my second new table, in which two minterms, these combination of minterms, have not received any check mark because you do not have any of the group that needs to be compared with this group, right? So this is my final table, right? So now what I have to do, I have to write the prime implicants. I have to write the prime implicants using my last table. I have to write my prime implicants using my second new table. So this is my second new table. So what are the prime implicants? Since C is equal to 1, write C, and in second group B is 1, so write B. That means my final expression for the given function is B plus C. I hope this is clear to you people. Okay, so if it is not, then you please work on, go back, rewind the video and please see. Right, so we'll consider, or we'll verify this using what, the K-map. Right, so we will verify the K-map, we will verify the previous answer using K-map. Okay, let us draw the K-map. First let me write what is the answer. Answer is B plus C, y is equal to B plus C. Right, so we will verify that answer using K-map. See, function is 1 2 3 5 6 7. This is 0, this is 1, this is 3, second cell number 4 5 7 and 6. 1 2 3 1 2 3 5 6 7. Right, so I cannot put all 6 ones in one group because 6 is not a power of 2. Right, so what I'll do, I'll take 4 ones and I'll put it in one group. So what is the expression for this? I'll directly write the expression. What is the term for this? A is complement to each other, A will not come inside in the expression, and B is also complement, so C. Next, these two ones can be grouped with these two ones. Right, so what is the expression? It is B plus C or C plus B. Right, so it is very similar to the answer what we obtained from what, QM method. Right, so in the similar manner you please work out. This is an example, this is a homework example. Okay, this is a homework example. Z of x y z, capital Z of small x y z is equal to summation 0 1 2 3 4. Right, so you obtain a Boolean expression, the question remains same, only the method is different. Till now we used to write a K-map, now we are going to write a QM method. Obtain the Boolean expression using QM method. Obtain Boolean expression using QM method, and you can also verify that answer using K-map. Right, so just observe, I am giving you answer also. This is the final answer. You can verify it using both the methods, what, K-map as well as QM method. The final answer is x bar plus y bar plus z bar. Z is equal to x bar plus y bar z bar. This is the answer for this question. Right, so if you have any doubts also you can ask me. Right, once you solve the using QM method and verify it using K-map, if you got the same answer, so no need to tell also, you can verify it with yourself. Right, so I'll give you one more example. This is third example, you can say, for homework. Again it is x a b c is equal to summation m 1 2 5 6. Right, a solution for this example is b bar c plus bc bar, or it can be also written as b XOR c. So solve it using a QM method first, then verify your answer using K-map. Okay, so I hope these steps as well as these examples are clear. So we'll solve some more examples in the next class. For today's class, this much is enough. Okay, thank you.